I'm not being defensive!
You're saying obvious things, like, of course.
I'm just going to go ahead and cut her off right here. This deck isn't going to build itself, but rest assured, we're going to resolve this at the end of the video, and I think you'll see that my logic is rivaled only by my industrial quantities of maturity. Being a good husband is hard, but if you follow some simple guidelines, it can really straighten things out. For example, constantly keeping your wife on the defensive is key. That's what it means to be a good leader, you know. People will say such things as happy wife, happy life, and other soft nonsense such as admitting you're wrong is courage, not weakness. No, the point is always make her wonder if she's the one in the wrong, which of course she is. It goes like this. Step 1, create a problem. Step 2, notice the problem, as every good husband should, and gently suggest that she's the one to blame. Step 3, use passive-aggressive techniques to get the kids involved. Like, for example, you know how mommy's always forgetting things. Or, hey kids, do you remember that hilarious comment you were making about how mommy might want to consider plastic surgery? Step 4, relentlessly badger her. Don't let her win anything. You can never let her get the emotional upper hand. If that happens, all is lost and you can kiss your marriage goodbye. I promise this checklist will set your relationship on fire. In a good way. But there are a few additional rules you would be wise to consider. First, if you're a man, you can never apologize for anything. First of all, you weren't wrong. So by apologizing, you'd be lying. And you know what the Bible says about that. And after all, you couldn't have been wrong anyway, because that would be violating at least half a dozen laws of physics. So what are you apologizing for? Being right yet again? Second, you need to work on your gaslighting technique as an effective method of taking command of the situation. There are those that postulate that gaslighting is a form of manipulation, and that if you use this as a bedrock technique in building a relationship, then you're an insane psychopath. But these people are idiots. All you have to do is consider the term itself. Gaslight. Gas and light. Last time I checked, oxygen is a gas, and we need that to live. And I'm no scientist, but I do believe light has a few benefits as well. For those that would disagree with my reasoning here, I think you should ask yourself, what specifically do you have against oxygen and light? Thirdly, don't ever clean anything in the house. If you do that, you will have divulged that most jealously guarded of secrets, that men are actually able to clean. But if you do somehow find yourself in a situation where you can't avoid it, you've got to remain on the razor edge of ineptitude. Just incompetent enough
Tree hugger.
that she'll eventually throw her hands up in resignation, realizing that it's easier to just clean things herself rather than risk you screwing it up yet again. Now, I will admit that despite this near miraculous checklist that I provided you, there is still the remotest of possibilities that communication breaks down and you end up in a domestic dispute. In the unlikely event that things do start to get a little out of control, don't panic. Simply make sure you look your wife in the eye and say the following specific words. Calm down and stop acting so crazy. You young men, you've really just got to trust me on this. These magic words really just have a way of transforming her into a much more thoughtful version of herself.
Okay, it's cutting off your head slightly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You're stupid.
How am I stupid?
That's for the camera.
That's what I meant, one step at a time.
Yeah, obviously I'm gonna be careful. I don't want to fall, break my hip.
Do you say that to everybody else who gives you safety tips? Obviously.
No, I'm being more facetious with you.
No, you're not. You're being defensivist.
I know.
No, I'm not!
But
I'm not being defensive!
You're saying obvious things, like, of course.
It's...
Yeah, you hear that? He said I was right. That's the first time in our 8 years of marriage.
You're right. I mean, if you're good with that form of you're right, then okay. My job just got easier.
Can you cut that off? That looks weird.
No.
That one right there.
No.
Oh, your camera's out of focus.
Well, seeing as how you were the last operator, I'm sure it probably is. See, the thing is, I was going to cut this off, but now I can't cut it off because she suggested it. Do you see the predicament I'm in? I've collected all of this priceless marital knowledge at great personal cost to myself, and yet I offer it here to you free of charge. You can thank me in the comments. You're welcome.
Can you cut this for me? Can you cut this tree for me?
I was already gonna cut it.
Cut this tree.